For this second and last exercise of the chapter, we're going to write a function to compute the factorial of a number. We did this earlier in the course when we were studying for loops, but it's most often computed using a function. So let's see how to write that function in Python. So we're going to call this program chap11ex2.py. Let's get started right off with the function, which we're going to call fact, to save a little bit of typing. And so the parameter will be a number. We start off by creating a variable product and assigning it the value 1. That's going to store our running product. Then we write a for loop, ranges from 1 through the number entered plus 1. And for each number in the range from 1 to the number that we entered, we simply multiply that number by the product and store it back in the product. And that will give us the factorial. So then our last step is to return that value, product, and there's our function. So in our program to test the function, we'll prompt the user to enter a value. We'll get that value using input, convert it to int, and then we'll display the result. We'll say, just like so. So let's exit and save. Then we'll run the program. Oh, let's see what I did. Try it again. There we go. So we'll enter a number. Let's do 5 factorial. 5 factorial is 120. Let's run it again. 10 factorial. And then just for fun, just to see how well Python handles large numbers, let's try 100 factorial. Whoa. So you see how fast factorial expands. But you also see how easily Python handles large numbers. So that's always an advantage when you're working with large numbers. Let's look at the program one more time just as a review. And so we see that to compute the factorial, we simply range from 1 through the number we're trying to compute the factorial of and keep a running product with that range. Now, one of the reasons I showed how to compute factorial again is because this is going to become the basis for the first lesson in the next chapter. The next chapter is a chapter on advanced functions in Python, and one of the first examples of advanced functions we're going to look at is the recursive function. And recursive functions are functions that call themselves in the body of the function. And factorial is the classic example of a recursive function. And we're going to take a look at that in the first lesson of the next chapter.